Hello world, this is Random Fix, and in this video today we're going to actually focus on the deck. So if you have a van conversion and you thought about building a deck, I'm going to share with you guys my experience along the way. So stay tuned. So hey guys, welcome back. And this is my deck here on my 170 high roof Sprinter here, and I absolutely love this deck. I was just laying up here and I wasn't even going to do this video for you guys because I didn't shoot the actual footage of me installing this, but I can still share with you guys my experiences and some things that I wish I would have done a little differently. And so that's what this video is about, and I'm gonna give you guys some helpful pointers along the way after I've actually went ahead and installed my deck here, my solar panels, my roof system, the rails, ladders. So back to the deck here, guys. This is the deck, and it is not wood. So this is going to be that hard 25-year plastic that they sell at Lowe's or Home Depot. And so I got this, I think, for relatively cheap, about 15 or 16 bucks for 8-foot panels, so about $2 a foot. And the material is really easy to cut. So if you guys look down here, the material is very smooth, no rough edges. It's not like wood where it's going to go ahead and give you splinters. And I used a regular saw to cut it, so really easy. The way I did it was I actually went ahead and installed it on top of my low pro roof here. This is the roof system from Fatline Van Company, and when you buy the roof system here, it comes with these bars right here. So this is 80/20, so this would be the 10/20 series, so which is going to be 1 inch up and down and 2 inches across. So you could mount something here and 2 rails up here to go ahead and attach your hardware. However, with the roof system, guys, it comes with 8 of these crossbars. So I got one in the back, one there, one there, one here, and one here, and then one right here. In the very front right here, the way I attached it is I actually used these rolling nuts, and I'll show you guys the hardware at the end of the video on the ground. And then I went ahead and got this 1/4 inch basically eye hook from Lowe's. They're about $1.50 or $2, and I attached this in the front here in case I ever wanted to carry something. So the front board is held on by these 3 eye hooks that go into that material that I showed you earlier. So there's gonna be a board running right here, rolling pin, eye hook, flat washer, locking washer, and then the nut that the eye pin comes with, which makes it really secure. And then I went ahead and put 3 other fasteners in the back. Same idea here, except I went ahead and used these slot nuts that have a bolt attached to them. So then all I had to do was go ahead and make the hole and drop the board on top of that. Doing it this way, guys, is really complicated. Doing it like this, because the nut is actually protruding up, was a million times easier. So if I were to actually redo this again, I would actually want to use the slide nuts with the bolt attached, and I'll have a link to those in the video box below as well. And then on top of that, I went ahead and used this acorn nut right here. At first I tried to use regular nuts, guys, and the bolt actually protrudes out, and it was actually jabbing you in the butt or in the back if you sat on top of it. So these are a lot nicer and better looking. And then I went ahead and put one of these at the front of every board as well. So each board is fastened in 2 spots, one in the front and then in the back. I had the same exact idea, except I couldn't actually change out this hardware because I had everything installed already. So what I did is I actually used that slot nut backwards, and I put the rolling pin in, and I think a size 13 really just goes on here, and you can fasten this up. And these are solid, guys, they're not going nowhere. And I did the same all the way down. What I try to do is go ahead and space it out so I don't have to go and make a cut actually on the long side of the board here, and it worked out perfectly. So I got a total of, looks like, 8 boards across, 1 board in the front, and I have plenty of room right now to go ahead and enjoy this deck up here. So when I'm watching a sunset, me and my 2 kids, the family, come up here, and we actually put our feet over the cab area, not this area over here, because in case they actually fall down, I just want this area to get damaged. And I can fix the car, but it's really hard to fix your kids if they get a broken bone. So that's the way I do it. I've enjoyed this at the drive-ins, guys. It has been so much fun. And again, it was really easy. The most important thing is starting off the right material and the right mounting system. So if you guys wanted to do something like that, again, you need the roof rails, the roof system, and then you want to go ahead and grab the hardware and the boards here from Lowe's or Home Depot. And again, these are going to last 25 years. I don't have to worry about any bugs attacking them. The sun is not going to be able to destroy these as quickly as wood. There's got a 25-year guarantee on it, and it feels great. And this is after about 3 months of use, and I would still give this random fix thumbs up if you guys thought about doing a deck on top of your Sprinter. I want to encourage you guys to go ahead and do this. It's pretty fun, and make sure when you are installing this, keep space available for the fan opening up. So I left about a ½ inch for the front of the fan, and towards the back I didn't install anything because didn't need it and there was no point in it. And this is exactly the way I installed it. So if you guys see up here, let me show you guys. So this is the way I had installed it. So these actually just slide around. So if I was to go ahead and redo this build, what I would do is I would go ahead and attach those right in there in the very beginning, and that way if 8 of them are across here, 4 of them are across on this rail right here, and then I had a total of 4 more in the back, it would be easy peasy. But this is just planning ahead, guys, so I didn't find a lot of resources out there when I was doing this for the deck. And one other thing too about the actual deck is you want to try to go ahead and see if you can get yourself this flare here, and the flare is going to give it a nice look, and it's going to also give it a lot more support than the actual 80/20 bar across. And it's one of the things that I did to go ahead and make sure this board isn't just going to collapse when there's somebody sitting on top of this or standing on top of it. I actually ran 80/20 here. So this is the 80/20 material right here, and I use these corner brackets here with the slide nuts or the T-nuts, which I'll show you at the end here, and that really made this a lot more solid. So I went ahead and ran it here, and then any place that I felt that it needed it, I went ahead and did it. One helpful tip when you're cutting the 80/20 aluminum right here, make sure you don't try to use an angle grinder or one of those reciprocating tools or anything else. You need to get yourself one of these $16 100 tooth non-ferrous blades right here, guys, and this will just cut right through it, cut super clean. Wear some glasses and your work is really only seconds versus minutes, and you don't have to take the chance of cutting off your finger. So make sure you do not try to go and do it with anything else other than a rip saw or some sort of 100 tooth bigger blade like this, and keep your hands far away from this, because the first time I cut this, I did listen to somebody at Home Depot and they told me to use an angle grinder on this, and man, it took me probably like an hour to make 8 cuts, and they were all crooked and not in the right place. So I'll have a link to this blade in the video down below as well. Again, I think I paid $16 for the blade itself, and so the blade is definitely worth it, and I've used it to cut wood. It's amazing. In case you're wondering how all this 80/20 goes together with your actual low pro roof system here, guys, I'm going to show you guys my 80/20 box. And before we head back into the garage, I just want to show you guys something. So all the 80/20 stuff that your low pro roof came with here, if you did decide to go ahead and purchase this, they use these 1/4 inch bolts and fasteners. So you can go ahead and find these kind of 1/4 inch attachments pretty easily in your local hardware store. And this right here is going to be the solution to all your 80/20 needs. So let me show you guys all the different parts in my box, because the 80/20 catalog is massive and so is the website. And I literally probably spent hours and hours of trying to find the right pieces I need. So I'm going to go ahead and show you that. And don't worry about trying to go ahead and figure out what this is, because you're going to find all the links to anything that I show you in this video down below. So this is my 80/20 box right here, guys, and I have about 600-700 feet of 80/20 left because I ordered it. And the one thing that you want to do is you want to make sure you get more than you need, because this stuff is actually pretty cool to work with, and I'm going to show you guys why. So these are the parts you're basically going to need. So the number one part that I recommend is the rolling nut, not these slide nuts. These are a lot cheaper. However, these can be put in even after you've gone ahead and put the two pieces together. So this allows you to go ahead and fix some possible mistakes. The next thing that you need is going to be these bolts. And these bolts actually have an Allen key up top, so they're much better than a Phillips. And I like to actually personally use a 6mm locking washer with these. However, you can go ahead and just use the bolt sometimes by itself, but if you're experiencing it bottoming out and basically destroying the 80/20, try that and it'll fix your problem. These are going to be those very inexpensive slide bolts that you can go ahead and buy, and they come with the screws. So these two are basically pre-packaged together. And then the third kind of bolt I have right here, this is another rolling in bolt, and it rolls in the same way as this, but this one has a little tiny ball bearing with a spring up top. So once you put this in, it doesn't go ahead and move around. This has a little piece of rubber, and it does move around, guys. And this one I do not recommend. And besides these parts right here, some other things you're going to need is going to be these corners right here. So the corners come in silver, they also come in black, and the same thing with the bolts here, they also come in silver. So if you want to keep it all silver, you can. And 80/20 comes in black and silver, and I think even a few other colors out there. And there's little trim pieces you can actually put in here, so if you want to make it look fancy, you can. And I actually have some of it here. I have some black trim that you can insert into here. And then in a longer tube back here, I have some basically gray trim that I can go ahead and put in here. So you'll find all those links down below, and check out the rest of the van build. And basically with this 10 series stuff, guys, anything 1/2 inch was going to go ahead and work. So if you have the imagination, you can make it work. So whether you're talking about solar, the deck, doing this for a shower, this is all you need. And I'll have a link to the 80/20 catalog if you guys want to check it out for yourself. They have really cool things such as like these gliding platforms you can buy. And this stuff's pretty forgiving, so I actually like to make my assemblies and then I'll pop them into place just like that, and go ahead and get it somewhat fitted so it doesn't actually move around, but it's not too rigid. And then with the other piece, I'll go ahead and just slide it into place just like that. Line it up best I can and get it somewhat rigid. So I'll show you guys this in the van now because I already installed the other one. So this is the cool part about 80/20 is that you can do all kinds of things that you want to go ahead and do and make it your own. If you guys are asking why I put the hook to the side, because I don't want it to actually hit the person in the head as they're actually standing up from using the bathroom. As in my example right here, I forgot to actually put another corner right here. So with these roll-in nuts, I can go ahead and achieve that, which is super cool. And without these roll-in nuts, working with 80/20 would be actually a nightmare. And since this is 80/20, guys, I could actually move stuff around, and unlike wood, I don't have to worry about those holes or anything else. It's super easy. If I wanted to, I have to put a corner bracket in here as well. And I'm here to answer any questions for you guys. Check out the video link down below, guys. In the description of the video, you'll find links to all the videos that I did. And so if you don't want to pay $10,000 for a crazy battery system, guys, I got you guys covered. If you guys want to learn how to do most of this stuff here, I'm going to put it down for you guys in very simple terms. Have a great day, and we'll see you on the next one.